Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 6, 2023. This is your Georgia WeatherNet morning update. Few clouds around this morning, otherwise mostly sunny skies over most of the state. We do have a few light showers moving into northwest Georgia, but just like yesterday, a lot of this is virga, not reaching the ground. We do have a little thunderstorm that's trying to pop up over Dade County right now in the extreme northwest corner, and then some clouds over metro Atlanta as well. Checking out temperatures. We do have a pretty nice start with temperatures ranging from the upper 60s in North Georgia, low 70s over most of Middle and South Georgia. So that's rather refreshing and not starting out so hot. As we take a look at our severe weather outlook for today, level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk for northwest Georgia. This does include Rome, Dalton, up the I-75 corridor. We do have a frontal boundary that's going to push through, eventually bring rain over most of the state, but will fire up a few storms that could go strong to severe as we move through the day today, mainly this evening. And then checking out tomorrow, general thunderstorm risk over all of Georgia except for northwest Georgia. So things will start to clear out on the backside of that frontal boundary. And then looking at Friday, about the same thing, general thunderstorm risk for most of the state except for the northwest corner. Let's check out the tropics. There's Tropical Storm Lee continuing to intensify by the time you watch this video. Maybe a hurricane, probably going to be a hurricane before this day is over. And then looking at the trajectory, that is moving in a direction that makes people nervous right here in this part of the country, turning into a major hurricane as early as Friday morning, and then continuing to intensify for there. Just looking at some of the pressure levels, this is going to be a really, really strong hurricane. But the forecast model ensembles, just like yesterday, today continue to say that Lee will turn to the northeast before making contact with Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or North Carolina. Could be an impact up in the northeast United States, anywhere from Boston up into Maine into the Canadian Maritimes, and that will be by the end of next week. But we're going to keep an eye on that. We really don't trust the long-term models all that much. They're just a solution to what could be. It's not an official forecast, but right now there's still, all of the major models are indicating that this storm turns to the northeast before reaching us. So let's see if we can continue that trend, and we'll keep an eye on it here for the next few days. All right, models look like this morning. No problems at all. Again, a few light showers possible in the northwest corner of the state, but other than that, pretty quiet. We move into the afternoon hours. Little bit of shower activity over the mountains. That's going to be about it. We're going to see a mix of sun and clouds for the rest of the state, and those clouds still will be lingering around in North Georgia, and that's going to keep temperatures fairly low as we move through the day today. And then that frontal boundary coming together, we see those thunderstorms in northern Alabama starting to push in a few storms out ahead of it by this evening, right along I-75. You see very close to Dalton, east of Rome. The rest of the state will be fairly quiet. And then that line is still there, but the showers and thunderstorms will start to die down overnight tonight. We'll see a few showers stretching from Columbus all the way up into Milledgeville and up toward Washington and up around Clarks Hill. So that's the frontal boundary, but things are fairly quiet as we get started in the morning. Pretty much disappears by early afternoon, but as by about 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow, fires right back up again. And then look at the modeling tomorrow evening. Look at that, like a light switch. All these storms just pop back up once again. So again, our severe weather risk is fairly low. I think we're going to be reaching some somewhat stable air to keep a lot of these storms from going strong to severe, but still going to look out for some heavy rain, some gusty winds associated with this as we move through tomorrow evening. Now let's move through the overnight hours in the Friday morning. Things are pretty quiet again. That frontal boundary is still there. It's mainly in the southeast corner of the state. So we know that there's something that's going to happen as we head into Friday afternoon, and it will. So 1 o'clock looks pretty quiet. And then once again, as we head into the late afternoon and evening hours, those storms start to fire up. Going to be a little bit more to the southeast compared to tomorrow. So Friday, look out for a few thunderstorms. It could delay a few football games in Valdosta, Waycross, Statesboro, and then along the Georgia coastline as well. That's the latest from the Georgia WeatherNet. Here's your local forecast now from northwest Georgia to southeast Georgia.